Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the various rules of divisibility. Yesterday we saw how to do the divisibility tests. Today we will see the various rules various rules of divisibility. So first rule is, if a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by each of the factors of that number. That means, let us take an example that is easier to understand. 18, example is 18. If it is divisible by 6, then it will be divisible by all its factors. Factors of 6. That is, factors of 6 are 2 and 3. Also, 18 is divisible by 9. So, it will be divisible by factors of 9 are 3 into 3. So, it is divisible by 3 also. By 3. Already here also we got 3 and here also. So, it means if a number is divisible by another number, here I have written 18 is divisible by 3, then it is divisible by each factor of the number. So it will be divisible by each factor, that is of the given number. If I suppose for 18, if I take, it is divisible by 6, so it is divisible by all its factors. Suppose if I consider 18 is divisible by 9, then it is divisible by all the factors of 9 also. Now coming to the second rule. If a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then it is divisible by their product also. Now what is co-prime numbers? Co-prime numbers are nothing but numbers whose only common factor is 1. So those numbers are co-prime numbers. Now, if a number is divisible by two co-prime numbers, then it is divisible by their product also. See here, example I have taken is 80. It is divisible by two co-prime numbers. 4 and 5 are co-primes because the only common factor between them is 1. So, it is divisible by both the co-prime numbers, two co-prime numbers 4 and 5. Then it is divisible by its product also, 4 and 5. So that is the second rule. Now coming to the third rule. If two numbers are divisible by a number, that is the same number, then their sum is also divisible by that number. So suppose if we take two numbers and it is divisible by a number. Suppose example 16 and 20, they both are we know that they both are divisible by 4. 16 comes in the table of 4, 20 also comes in the table of 4. So both these numbers are divisible by 4. Now the rule says if these two numbers are divisible by 4, then their sum also will be divisible by 4. So let us see, sum of 16 and 20 is 36. 36 is also divisible by 4. 36 comes in the table of 4. So the third rule is, if two numbers are divisible by a number, then the sum of the number is also divisible by a number. Similarly, if two numbers are divisible by a number, then the difference is also divisible by this number. I will take the same example here also for difference. 16, 20. Now both are divisible by 4. Now their difference is 4. Now difference is also divisible by 4. Let us take another example. 35 and 20. Both are divisible by 5. 35 comes in the table of 5. 20 also comes in the table of 5. So both are divisible by 5. Now their sum is now their difference is 15, which is also divisible by 5. So this is the fourth rule. Now let us see what is prime factorization. Next topic. Prime factorization is nothing but finding out the prime factors. Prime factors of any given number is known as prime factorization. So now consider an example 90. So 90 can be written as 10 nines are, right? If we write the factors of 90, it can be written as 10 nines are. Now further, if we divide 10, so we get 2 fives are, right? 2 fives are 10. And now if we further divide 9. So we get 3 threes are 9. So what do we get? Prime factors. Prime factors. What will be the prime factors? Prime factors will be 2, 5, 3, 2. And what will be the prime factorization? Prime factorization will be 2 into 5 into 3 into 2. Okay, now consider here, children. How do we determine which is the prime factor? Now, prime factors will be those factors after which the number cannot be divided. Now, 2 and 5 is the lowest, after which these numbers cannot be divided further, right? 3 and 3, this is the prime number. So end product what we get should all be prime numbers. So these are the prime factors, and the prime factorization will be multiple of all these factors. Okay, now let us take another example. This is one method of finding prime factors, but mostly we use this method when we have bigger numbers, right? So mostly we use this method. So we draw lines like this. Now what we will do? See, 980. This is a bigger number. Now we know that it comes in the table of 0 because it ends with 0. But which other number? So what we have to do is, instead of dividing the number with 10, we will divide it with the lowest number. Now we will try with 2. 2, because 0 is at the ones place, so it is divisible by 2, right? So 2 fours are 8, 2 nines are 4s are 8, 1 comes here, 2 nines are 8, and 2 2 nines are 18, and zeros are 0. Now again it can be again it 490 also is divisible by 2, because at ones place we have 0. So 2 twos are 4, uh, 2 fours are 8, and 2 fives are 10. Now, see, does this number come in the table? We have to take the lowest most number. We know that it comes in the table of 5 because this number ends with 5. But we will first check for 3. Does it come in the number of 3, in the table of 3? So for 3, we will add this 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 5, 11. No, 11, so it does not come in the table of 3. So 3. It cannot come in table of 4 because no, not divisible by 4, because the number 45 is not divisible by 4. Now 4, next 5, next will be 5. So 5 fours are 20. Okay, 5 fours are 20, and 49. 5 fours are 20 and 49. So this comes in the table of 5. Now let us see, it comes in the table of 7. 7 sevens are 49, again 7, and lastly it stops at 1. So you know when do we have to stop? You have to stop when we get the number 1 at the end. Now what will be the prime factors? Prime factors will be 2 comma 2 comma 5 comma 7 comma 7. How will you write the prime factorization? Prime factorization will be equal to L, right? The product of these, 2 into 2 into 5 into 7 into 7 into 1. Now you have to write, you have to stop at, when you get 1, and you see the end product is all prime numbers. So in prime factorization, the factors will be all prime numbers. So this is the concept. Now let us see exercise 3.1, 3.5, sorry. Question number 1 is true or false. Children, you do this question true or false on your own. You will have to apply these rules, these divisibility rules. If you have any doubt, ask me during doubt clearing session. Now going to question number 2. Question number 2 is, okay, here are two different factor trees of 60. Write the missing number. Okay, let me do the A part. 60. Okay, 60 is divided as 6 into 10. Now 6 is further divided into 2. So what will this be? This will be 3, because the any number, if it is divisible by both the numbers, it will be divisible by its factor. So 6 is divisible by 2, and it is also divisible by 3. Now 10 can be further divided into 5 into 2. So that is how you do the second question. Now B part you do yourself. Now coming to question number 3. Now question number 3 is, which factors are not included in prime factorization of a composite number? Now what are composite numbers? Suppose composite number can be 6, 8, 9. Those numbers who have more than 2 factors. Now let me take an example, 60. Now 60 can be written as 60 into 1. It can be written as 2 into 30. It can be written as 3 into 20, or it can be written as 4 into 15. It can be written in any ways, right? 15, this number 60, right? So now question is, which factors are not included in the prime factorization of a composite number? Prime factorization. So what is basically prime factorization? Prime factorization is like, you get here 2 into 30, right? So now 30 can be further divided into 3 into 15. 20 can be further divided into 4 into 5. But here 1 and 20, right? 1 and 20 cannot be divided, 1 and 60 because it is the number itself, it has to be divided into other factors. And 1 cannot be further divided, 1 comes only in the table of itself. So therefore 1 and the number itself are not included in prime factorization, are not included in prime factorization of composite number, of a composite number. So basically, I'll make you understand this question again. This is 60. 60 can be always written as, when you do the factorization, you can always write it as 2 into 60, 2 into 30, or 3 into 20, or 4 into 15. You will never write this as 60 into 1, because ultimately you are not finding any factors. The factors, what you have written here is 60 and 1. So you are not getting any use by writing this number, because you have to still find the factors, which can be done by using this. So this 60 into 1 cannot be written, because you have not found the factors by writing the number 1 and the itself, right? You have to further divide that number into shortest most prime factors, right? Okay. So now coming to question number 4. Question number 4 is, write the greatest 4-digit number and express it in terms of prime factors. Okay. Now greatest 4-digit number will be 9 4 times. Now we have to find the prime factors. Now let us start, because this is a big number. We will start like this. See, it will not go by 2, because the last number is not even. So we will start by 3. This will go by 3. We'll check. 9 plus 9, 18. 18 plus 18, 36. So this is divisible by 3. So what do we get? 1, 3, 3s are 9. Further it goes by 3. You get 1, 1, 1, and 1. Now, this will not go in table of 2, because the end is odd number. Now this will check for if it goes in the table of 3, divisible by 3. So add these number 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is not divisible by 3, so this is not divisible by 3. Now checking for 4. 11 is not divisible by 4, so 4 is also, it is not divisible by 4. 5 also, it cannot be 5 because end number should be 0 or 5. 6, let us check for 6. For 6 divisibility, the number should be divisible by 2 and 3. This number is not divisible by 2, so it cannot be divisible by 6. Now checking for number, it will not be divisible by 8 because last 3 digits 111 is not divisible by 8. Now it cannot be divisible by 10 because last number is not 0. Let us check for 11. Now for 11 we will check, will divisibility of 11 is, you have to find the difference of, to find the sum of numbers at odd places and sum of numbers at even places, and then find their difference. If it is either 0 or multiple of 11, then it will be divisible by 11. So 1 plus 1 is 2 and 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 minus 2 is 0. So this number will be divisible by 11. 11 ones are 11. Then 11 zeros are, 11 comes carries here. So 11 ones are 11. Now 101. 101 is a prime number. It cannot be further divided. So if you write the number in its prime factors form, it will be prime factorization of, they've asked prime in terms of prime factors. So prime factorization of 9999 is equal to 3 into 3 into 11 into 101. 101 is a prime number. It cannot be further divided. So this is question number 4. Question number 5 is similar. You will do it yourself. If you have any doubt, ask me during doubt clearing session. Now question number 6. Question number 6 is, find all the prime factors of 1729 and arrange them in ascending order, and state the relation between any between two consecutive prime numbers. Okay, so you have to find the prime factors of this number 1279 and find the relation between the prime numbers. Now let us find the prime factorization of prime factors of this number. Okay, it does not go in table of 2. Let us check for 3. 8 plus 2, 11. 11 plus 9, 20. So it's not divisible. 3 will not come. 4 will not come because 29. 5, no. 6, no, because not divisible by 2. 7 will check. 7 twos are 14. 3 remaining. So this is 32. 7 fours are 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 49. Okay, so it is divisible by 7. 7 twos are 14. You get 3 here carry. So this is 30. 7 fours are 28. 32 minus 28 is 4. So again you get 49 here carry. So 247. Now let us see this number. Not divisible by 2. Is it divisible by 3? 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 7, 13. No. Not divisible by 3. 4, no, because 47 is not divisible by 4. 5, no. 6, no. 7, no. Let us see 7. 7 twos are 7 ones are 7. 7 twos are 14. So 107. No, it is not divisible by 7 also. 8. No, not 8 because 248 is not divisible by 8. 9. For 9 divisibility, the number sum should be divisible by 9. So 7 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 7 is 13. Not divisible by again 9. Not 10. 11. Again we'll check. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 minus 4 will be 5. So again not divisible by 11. Next we'll check with 13. So 13 ones are 13. Remaining is 9. 13 ones are 13. So 24 minus 13 is 11. 1117. Yes. 13 nines. So this is divisible by 13. 13 ones are 13. The balance is 11. So 13 nines are 117. So this is the, now further 19 ones are. So you will stop at this. Now the prime factors are 7, 13, 19, 1. You'll stop when you reach at 1. Okay. Now they have asked, find the relation. Question number 6. In 6 they have asked, now state the relation between two consecutive numbers, prime numbers. Now you can leave this one. This can be written as 7, 13 and 19 are the factors. Now the difference between the two consecutive prime numbers. See here, difference is 6. 13 minus 7 is 6. Again 19 minus 13 is 6. So difference between any consecutive prime numbers is 6. That is the relation. Prime number is 6. Now coming to question number 7. Now let us see question number 7. The product of three consecutive numbers is always divisible by 6. Verify this statement with help of some example. Okay, if we have three numbers, if all the three numbers are divisible by 6, you have to check. Okay, let us take example 4, 5, 6. Now 4 into 5 into 6 is 4 5s are 20, 26 are 120. Now 120 is divisible by 6, right? 6 2s are 12 and 12 zeros are okay. It is divisible by 6. Now let us take another example. Let's take 6, 7, 8. 6, 7 and 8. Now 6 into 7 into 8. Oh, how much do we get? 6 sevens are 42. 42 into 8 is 8 2s are 16. 8 4s are 32. 336. Okay. 336. Now divided by 6. So you get 6 5s are 30, 56. Therefore, 336 is divisible by 6. So, if we have three consecutive numbers, then they will be divisible by 6 definitely. Okay, can you tell me why? Okay, you observe. When we take set of three numbers, we have at least one even number, at least. See here, 4 is even, here 6 is even, right? Here, we'll consider this. These are even, okay? At least one number. We have here two numbers even, but at least we'll consider one number even. Okay, and at least one factor is multiple of 3, right? It is multiple of 3 and it is even also. If it is even, then it is multiple of 2 also, right? And the same number is multiple of 3 also. So if the number is multiple of 2 also and 3 also, so definitely the number will be multiple of 6. So that is the reason. Now question number 7. 7 is over. Now question number 8. The sum of two consecutive odd number is divisible by 4. Verify this statement with help of some examples. So this question is also similar to question number 7. You take 2 or 3 examples and verify whether this statement is true or not, is valid or not. So question number 8, you do it yourself. Any doubts, ask me in doubt clearing session. Now question number 9. Okay, this is an interesting question. They have asked in which of the following prime factorization, in which of the following expressions prime factorization has been done. They have asked, has been done or not done. Observe question number 8. It is 24a. 24 is equal to, I'll solve first question. 24 is equal to 2 into 3 into 4, right? But 4 can be divided into 2 into 2, right? So at the end of prime factorization, you should get all prime numbers. This is 4 is not prime. Therefore, in question number 1a, prime factorization is not done. Prime factorization is not done. Similarly, in B part, you see 56 can be written as 7 into 2 into 2 into 2. In this, you see all are primes. So these numbers cannot be further divided into factors. Therefore, prime factorization is done. Is done. I have solved one example of prime factorization done and one question of prime factorization not done. So this is easy. You can two parts you do on your own. Now let us see question number 10. Okay, question number 10 is the number 25110 divisible by 45 or not? So how will you do this? 45 divisible by 45 or not, right? Easy way is to divide this number directly by 45. If you get the remainder as 0, then it is divisible, but it is difficult, right, to divide this big number. Already 45 is also a big number, so how will you do it? Now if you divide this 45 into 9 into 5, now you have to check if this number is divisible by these two numbers, then automatically it will be divisible by its product also. Now divisibility by 9 you check, by 9. So 2599, if it is divisible by 9, the sum should be divisible by 9. Now 2 plus 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 0 is equal to 7, 8, 9. 9 is divisible by 9. 9. Now also it is divisible by 5 because at one's place you have 0. Also it is divisible by 5 because at one's place there is 0. Therefore, if it is divisible by 9 and 5, therefore the number is divisible by 45. That is product of 9 into 5. Now coming to question number 11. Uh, Question number 11 is 18 is divisible by 2 and 3. Is it also divisible by 2 into 3? 3 is equal to 6. Similarly, a number is divisible by 4 and 6. Can you say the number is also divisible by 4 into? Okay. So basically, they have given that 24. A number is divisible by 4 and 6. Can we say that it is also divisible by 24? Okay. They've given x. This number is divisible by 4 and 6. Is it also divisible by 24? Is x also divisible by 24? They have asked, right? So now, if a number is divisible by the product, it will be divisible by its factors and vice versa. If number is divisible by two numbers, then it will be divisible by its product. Now, suppose let us take an example. Example number 12. Okay. Now 12 is divisible by 4 and it is divisible by 6 also, right? 4 3s are 12 and 6 2s are 12. So 12 can be written as 4 into 6. But can you see 12 is not divisible by 24. Why? Because 12 is smaller than 24. So in this case, this is an exception. So they have asked, can you say that the number must also be divisible by 24? So here you should say it must not be divisible by 24. For example, in number 12, it is divisible by 4 and 6, but not divisible by 4 into 6 is equal to 24. So this number 12 is an example. Now coming to question number 12. Now question number 12 is, I am the smallest number having 4 different prime factors. So can you find me? Now we will write the 4 different prime factors. Let us take the first 4 different prime factors, 2, 3, 5 and 7. These are the prime factors, smallest prime factors, right? Now I am the smallest number having 4 different prime factors. Now these are the number that we have to find has these as the smallest prime factor number. So the number will be product of 2 into 3 into 5 into 7. So what will be the product? 3 2s are 6, 6 5s are 30. 30 into 7 is 210. Therefore, 210 is the smallest number which has four different prime numbers. Now, there can be more numbers like this which will be multiples of 210, because you can have, right, you can have more you can have more numbers, but they have asked smallest. So we will take the product of these 4 prime numbers, because that is the prime numbers that they have given as its factors. So the least, that is the smallest number, will be 210. So this is all today's exercise. Finish this. I have solved all the questions. So do this exercise at home, and if you have any doubt, please ask me.